All right, today's video is the second in my series on the 6 rules to become a successful TV and film actor. Now, if you missed the first video, it covered rule number 1, which is create powerful goals that inspire you. I'll put a link to it in the description below. Be sure to go back and watch that before you watch this video. Now, today we're going to be talking about rule number 2, which is take smart action steps in the pursuit of your goal every single day. As I said in my last video, having clear, concrete goals is a critical step to success as an actor. But it's not enough. If you want to be a successful actor, hell, if you want to be a successful anything, you have to get shit done. End of story, all right? Now I get it. People come to me and they say, Mark, you don't understand. I have a job, I have a family, I have commitments, and I have all these things I'm supposed to do as an actor. They allow themselves to become paralyzed by all this stuff floating around their head that they think they're supposed to be doing. So they do nothing. Or you'll have those people who once or twice a month when they're free on a Saturday morning, they might do a little bit. They'll look at their resume or their IMDb page or whatever it may be. Let me tell you though, if you're only spending a couple of hours a month in your career, that is a recipe for failure. What you have to start doing is taking steps every single day. If this is your dream, your passion, the thing that drives you, then it's no different than that person who wants to become a doctor or a lawyer or a hugely successful entrepreneur. They have to work really, really hard and put in the hours, put in the time, put in the research. So do you if you want to be a successful actor. I'm going to tell you a secret. No matter how hard you work, no matter how efficiently you work, that tornado of stuff that's supposed to get done never goes away, all right? The more successful you become as an actor, the more stuff you have to do. So how do you deal with that? One baby step at a time. When I was in 6th grade, I had this huge science project I was working on. And I remember I was so overwhelmed with it. And I came home, and I was complaining to my dad about it. My dad looks at me, he says, Mark, how do you eat an elephant? And I remember looking at him thinking, what? Like, Dad, I don't want to eat an elephant. Who would eat an elephant? He goes, son, look, just listen to me. How do you eat an elephant? I'm like, I don't know. And he says, one bite at a time. Now, that approach is exactly what I use in my acting career, okay? So, what I do is I take my monthly goal. Now, in the last video, I talked about monthly goals, and here's mine on my index card. Right here, all right? I'll share it with you because I always do. I book a supporting role in a big budget studio film playing a powerful, memorable character that is perfectly in alignment with my brand. So I create an action plan every month that is built towards achieving this goal. Now, every month it's different, you know, different things need to be done. But that action plan is generally speaking going to be made up of 5 or 6 really big things that I need to do that are going to move me closer to that 1 month goal. Now, I don't make an action plan that's longer than 1 month because so many things happen, things change. I want to be flexible in my pursuit of this career. So what I find, if I'm working towards my 1 month goal, and my 1 month goal is leading me towards my 6 month goal, which leads me towards my 1 year goal, my 3 year goal, my 5 year goal, my 10 year goal, and so forth, then as long as I'm pursuing that 1 month goal with my action steps, I am pursuing my long-term goals. So I take those 5 big steps. Now, they could be things like update my IMDb page, get new headshots, send out postcards, update my EPK, update my demo reel. It could be anything. But those are gonna be my 5 or 6 big things that I need to accomplish for that month so that it moves me closer to achieving this 1 month goal. All right, here comes the fun part. I'm gonna take each of those big action steps for the month. I'm gonna break them down into as many small baby steps as possible. So For instance, if one of my big action steps for the month is to get new headshots, well, there is never a day that I'm going to wake up and just do everything that day that is going to allow me to get good headshots. That's not going to happen. There's too many steps involved. So what I do there, number one, first step, I would research headshots of famous actors who have a similar brand as mine. So for me, I might look up Hugh Jackman's headshots, Mark Wahlberg, Daniel Craig. I'd find their shots that resonated with me. I'd save those photos in a folder on my computer. The next step I'm going to take is I'm going to research photographers. I'm going to look at their style, I'm going to look at their cost, see if there's any reviews. What I'm looking to do here is get options to choose from. Now, once I have those options, the next step is I'm going to interview those photographers ahead of the photo shoot. All right, I want to make sure that we're on the same page and we understand each other and they know what I'm looking for. Now, once I've narrowed it down to the photographer that I want to work with, I'm going to send him or her those headshots I'd researched earlier. I'm going to say, okay, there's the headshots. I want you to emulate these. Now that emulation might be with the tone, the style, the color, the lighting, the framing. It could be anything. But I'm going to tell them exactly what I'm looking for in that photo shoot. I'm not going to leave it to chance, and I'm not going to leave it to them because it's my photo shoot. Now, some photographers will balk at that. And if they do, I just move on and find a new photographer. But let's assume they're cool with it. Then I move to the next step. I'm going to put together my wardrobe for the photo shoot that reflects my brand. Then I'm going to write mini monologues that I'm going to say to myself during my photo shoot. Then obviously I'm going to show up for the photo shoot. Then after the photo shoot, I'm going to review all these pictures and pick my favorites that I'll forward to my team. That's a lot of steps for that one big step of getting new photos. I do this with every single step in my action plan. Okay, what I'm trying to do here is get as many tiny baby steps as possible that I can play with through the month. Now, if you want to be a slacker and only work on your acting career 5 days a week, then you need about 60 baby steps for the month. If you can take it to the next level and work every single day, which I think you should if this is your dream, then you need about 90 baby steps a month because you're going to be doing 3 every single day. So here's how my day works. I wake up in the morning, I take my cold shower, I do my morning rituals. Beginning of the day, I plan my action steps for that day. So if I have a day where I'm slammed, I have 3 auditions, I'm taping other people's auditions, I'm teaching a class, I'm on set working, whatever it may be, and I only have a little bit of time to do action steps. I'm going to pick 3 tiny, tiny baby action steps that might only take 30 minutes to do all 3. Now, if I have a day where I have a lot more free time, I'm going to pick 3 action steps that might take 4 or 5 hours to accomplish. But the key is every single day of my life, I take 3 steps closer to my dreams. Trust me when I tell you, if you get used to taking 3 baby steps every single day of your life, in 6 months, your life will be different. All right? So what I want to stop you from doing is standing there paralyzed because there's all this stuff you need to do. It's always going to be there. What I need you to do is figure out exactly the specific steps you need to take this month to achieve your monthly goal, and then damn well take those steps every single day. There's something to keep in mind. As you're moving forward, you need to constantly reevaluate your action steps. If they're not effective, if they're not moving you closer and closer to your goals, you need to change your action steps. Now you might ask, Mark, this is great. I love the idea that I need to do things. I need to stay busy. However, I have no idea what action steps I'm supposed to take. Well, I'm going to help you out with that in the next video. If you've been struggling to be a successful actor, and you just don't know what to do, and you feel like you could use some career coaching, feel free to go to my website, SavannahActorStudio.com, and set up a coaching session. I coach actors all over the world. I coached an actor recently in Dubai who was wonderful. I coach actors in Australia, in the UK, in LA, in Atlanta, in New York. The basic principles to become a successful actor are the same everywhere. A little changes you have to make depending on your particular market, but the guidelines to success are the guidelines to success.